Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Cook able to escape and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working.
And Cook will get in. He's got a Jets touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the Jets pressure 2 notches, down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
They'll score on a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Cousins. That's caught downfield by Pickens. Touchdown Jets. George Pickens, 34 yards. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points up. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. How about this? He's to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. And the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and they're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 3rd down, they'll run with Gore. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. James Cook running back out now. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this This will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
Rock incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And take it right on the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Jets will take over. New York ready to go again offensively. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that. He's got a man, complete. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out come the Chiefs now. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Underneath the goal. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit intermission. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 33. Powering his way forward. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Richardson will keep it once again. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Hall again. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously,
and pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking on the midfield logo. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you express that because you're gaining plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to chomp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Cousins here to throw. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
McPherson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And strong running there as he's across. Down to the 49. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a 1st down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Play action now. Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 54 yards. And the Jets need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back the New York Jets for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And still fighting. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful. Anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to take it in. Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, 14 yards. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Jake Moody now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing, Cousins. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. As they've got it as we resume action. Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They go play action. Cousins. They'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's brought down. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, how you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. James Cook running back out now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you've...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Brevin Jordan
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Following the interception, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Second and 10.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now a second and 10. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
What an outstanding run by Anthony Richardson. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's got a touchdown pass in this first half, but he's also been intercepted twice. So We'll be looking to be a bit more careful with the ball here as they start on first down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mustang 19.
They'll set up a throw.
That is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Bronco switch. No, Reno.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
James Cook running back out now.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On play action, Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Jets continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
79 Broncos. Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Unlock right. Unlock. Ready.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Sheds off the tackle. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment. But welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA.
Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
McPherson on for the point after. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. He threw the pick 6 the last time out just a moment ago. Now 3 total interceptions for him in this ball game. He's had his struggles. 1st and 10 here.
Smash, smash. Check, Panther.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jack Campbell running him down behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 13. Got his open man. It's Mallory. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And taken right at the 35. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing 1 play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Anthony Richardson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets extend their lead yet again. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Alert! Hey, check that.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And taken at the 46. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now here in Santa Clara. 2nd down and 3. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Reno!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he fields it cleanly. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
19 tight. Ready?
Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And out now come the Vikings.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw.
That's to the tight end, Mallory.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for Charles.